The room was loud. Music, glasses, applause. I stood beside the cake I paid for and watched my wife thank another man. She didn't hesitate, didn't look at me. "Thank you," she said, smiling at him, "for standing by me when everything was falling apart." Her voice was steady, practiced. Then she turned toward me. A gift bag, white, clean. Inside, a folded t-shirt, black letters, "Divorced." Laughter rippled through the room. Someone clapped, thinking it was a joke. I folded the shirt once, carefully, kissed her cheek, and walked out. 5 minutes later, I walked back in, took the necklace from the table, the real gift, slid it into my pocket, left again. By the time I reached the car, my phone was vibrating non-stop, 157 missed calls. I didn't answer. I already knew why she'd done it. The safe house camera had told me weeks ago. People think betrayal announces itself. It doesn't. It whispers. It repeats. It waits. The man she thanked used to be my agent, my partner, disgraced, cut loose, the kind of man who survives by selling what he shouldn't know. I told myself she didn't know him like that. I told myself a lot of things. She stopped asking about my work, but somehow knew details she shouldn't. She started showering before speaking, sleeping with her phone face down. When I mentioned his name casually, her pulse jumped. Just once. Enough. Denial is efficient. It lets you breathe while something inside you dies quietly. I didn't confront her. I watched. I checked phone records, backups, deleted logs that weren't really deleted. Patterns formed. Late calls, same number, same gaps. I reactivated cameras in the safe house, the place I trusted when the world burned. The first footage showed nothing. The second showed her keys. The third showed him, confident, familiar. They didn't rush. They never do when they think they're safe. Maps were on the table. My maps. He pointed. She nodded. They weren't just sleeping together. They were planning. I watched without sound, frame by frame, his eyes flicking to the ceiling, her mirroring him perfectly. They thought they were invisible. Outside, I stayed calm, paid for the party, booked the band, smiled for photos. Inside, everything slowed and sharpened. The final proof arrived quietly. Money transfers, routed through an old shell account he used after his fall. Her account brushed against it like an accident. I invited them for coffee. Glass walls, no corners. I slid a folder across the table. "Before you speak," I said, "understand that everything you're about to deny is documented." She reached for him. He didn't reach back. I opened the folder, photos, transcripts, a still from the safe house, her hand on the map, his mouth near her ear. Her face broke, his hardened. "You set me up," she whispered. I shook my head. "You walked in." Security arrived when I said his name out loud. Old reputations still have weight. He left first. She stayed, crying, bargaining, explaining. I watched the street outside. The birthday party was never about humiliation. It was about timing. I let her thank him publicly, let her hand me the shirt, let her believe she'd won. The evidence packets were already sent, to people who remembered him, to systems that don't forgive. By morning his accounts were frozen, contracts vanished, doors closed politely. Her name followed. Not prison, silence. She called, texted, begged. I sent one message. "You used my house to steal my life. I used daylight." Then I blocked everything. Control doesn't shout, it waits. The bed is quiet now, obedient. The safe house is sealed, cameras off. I don't need proof anymore. Sometimes I think about the shirt, the confidence of those letters. Truth doesn't need branding. It survives on patience. I didn't destroy them. I stepped aside and let gravity do the rest.